So the breaking news that happened last night, Adrian Newey will be named team principal at Aston Martin from 2026 onwards. And I don't know. I don't know if this because Christian Horner was in the running and Adrian Newey went, fuck that, I'm becoming team principal. Christian Horner's struggling, isn't he? He is struggling to find somewhere. He will find somewhere though, Christian Horner. I actually think Christian Horner will go to Alpine. I think he'll go to Alpine where Birator is as well. That's a marriage made in heaven between them two with their controversies. And Adrian Newey, I think this news to me shows to me that he's already built the car. That he's already built the design of the car and he wants to take over the team principal role. And basically Andy Towell has obviously just swapped roles with Adrian Newey. Andy Towell is now the chief engineer, while Adrian Newey is now done with the team principal. And be interesting to see how this does, because we all know what Adrian Newey's done at designing the car as well, done at building the car as well, isn't he? It's a new role, isn't it? A new role for him, being the team principal. But no doubt he probably has good guys. He probably has the right people working on the car, in my opinion. So that's probably why he's made that decision, and now he's going to become team principal. And one more shot for Fernando Alonso at a world title potentially. I'm unsure about that, to be honest with you. I don't think Alonso will chance for the world title, but I think Alonso has got a chance of winning races next year. To potentially win a race or two next year. As we don't know what car Adrian Newey has built. Obviously, it's going to be different because the cars are going to be more like F2 cars and F1 cars. In terms of the comparison as well. And not really surprised, is it? Not really surprised Adrian Newey wants to be the main man at Aston Martin as well. And he has to be the main man, doesn't he? Because it's still mind-blowing. It's still mind-blowing why Ferrari didn't sign him and kept Carlos Sainz. Because I'm telling you now, Ferrari would already be Constructors Champion and potentially Drivers Champion as well, if they would have signed Adrian Newey instead of Lewis Hamilton. But yeah, that's just me though. And it'd be interesting for the future of Aston Martin as well. Is he going to get rid of Lance Stroll as well? Is Lance Stroll going to sell his shares as well at Aston Martin? We'll wait and see. And see, people criticise Lance Stroll, but I don't mind him. I do think Lance Stroll is a good number 2 driver. Yeah, he should definitely not be number 1 driver. Shouldn't be number 1. But as a number 2 driver, I think it will work well with him as a number 2 driver. I do think he is a solid enough number 2 driver. And for the long-term future of Aston Martin, I don't think Fernando Alonso is going to be here for much longer. I think Fernando Alonso is going to stay for next year, and I think he'll be done at the end of 2026. And that's when the juicy stuff will all start, like who will replace Fernando Alonso, the long-term replacement for Fernando Alonso as well. Don't forget, Yuki Tsunoda will probably be a reserve driver for Aston Martin as well, as now Aston Martin will have the Honda engine from 2026 onwards. And I'm going to keep on saying that I think Max Verstappen is going to join Aston Martin. I know there's been talk about Max Verstappen to Mercedes. I just can't see it. I just can't see it. I just don't think Verstappen will want to be teammates with George Russell. I just think it'd be good for the constructors. It would be good for the constructors, but it's just going to be another Hamilton Rosberg situation where this chaos shenanigans are going to happen between the two of them. Well, if Verstappen goes at Aston Martin, he's only going to have Lance Stroll as his teammate. And I think that's the perfect teammate for Max Verstappen. Perfect teammate. Jan Stroll, happy to be number 2. And that's why Max Verstappen's been so successful. He's had a good number 2 driver who will play number 2 to him. Which is how it should be in F1. None of this fancy lineup say at McLaren and Mercedes with Russell and Antonelli and Piastri and Norris. And this is why when you have a fancy lineup, and you're Kurt and Hamilton at Ferrari, when you have a fancy lineup, it ends in tears, and it has ended in tears at Ferrari. It's already ended in tears at Ferrari. It's ended in tears at McLaren. Even if McLaren do win the Drivers' Championship, it still has ended in tears because potential sabotage and also Piastri as well. And I'll keep on saying McLaren should have kept Daniel Ricciardo, and if they did, Lando Norris would be world champion by now. And the list goes on. Red Bull, Verstappen and Perez, Mercedes, Hamilton and Bottas worked out perfectly. Ferrari, Schumacher and Barrichello worked out perfectly. Braun, Button and Barrichello as well. That's what I'm saying. It should be the number 1 driver, main priority, and you should have a good number 2 driver, in my opinion. And that's what Aston Martin will do. I'll be very shocked if Aston Martin go for a fancy lineup. I'll be very shocked. And people didn't say Charles Leclerc to Aston Martin. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Honda engine. I just don't see Charles Leclerc doing well in that Honda engine. I really don't. When he's always been a Ferrari engine driver with Sauber and Ferrari. So, God knows where Charles Leclerc's done the door. To be honest with you. Maybe Audi. Maybe. When shit hits the fan at Ferrari. But I think Charles Leclerc could go to McLaren, to be honest with you. I think that's a shout. He could go to McLaren. Because he will suit the whole happy around the campfire mentality at McLaren. Singing nursery rhymes, Stu cutting in the middle. Norris and Charles Leclerc is the perfect partnership on McLaren, perfect PR partnership, where they'll be all hugging each other around the campfire, singing nursery rhymes. That's their mentality at McLaren, so I can see that happening as well. So, but yeah, anyways, feel free to see your thoughts on the news of Adrian Newey named as team principal from 2026 onwards. Very scary for the Reds, in my opinion. I think it could be a scary I think it's a scary thing for the rest of the teams, in my opinion. Especially when you saw, the British Grand Prix, Adrian Newey was there with his notebook, looking at the back at the rear wing of the McLaren car. That's when you know shit's gonna hit the fan. It's gonna be that do you hear that Sid meme as well. So yeah, feel free to see your thoughts down below on this news down below in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one.